Virgo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your 2025 annual year in review. I really appreciate y'all being patient with me. It took me a little bit to get all these out. So getting all the earth signs out on this snowy Sunday here in New England. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome in. Let's get started. We're going to take a look at every season of the year for you. Wherever you are in the world, just apply it, right, to the first, second, third, or fourth season, all right? That's how we'll do it so no one gets confused about winter, spring, summer, or fall. We're going to be using the major arcana. We're going to get the main themes for each season and also for the year overall as a whole. We're also going to be clarifying with some sacred geometry activation cards, and we're going to be getting advice from spirit as well as an angel ancestor guide for the end. So let's get started. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Virgo today. All right, Virgos, what's the theme for the year for you? Whoa, that came flying out. The Hangman. All right, looking at different perspectives, learning how to pause. I feel like there's more than that. Very Piscean. Ooh, okay. All right, this is what it's going to be about, isn't it? All right, this is about the truth and about some changes that are coming in. It feels like a holistic change for you. We have the Hangman, the Justice, and the Wheel as the themes for the year. What does this all mean? It means that when it comes to finding balance through all the changes, they want you to take your time. Slow down, in other words. Slowing yourself down, coming back into balance with self. A lot of people are getting, all earth signs actually got the Wheel. So there's something around you maintaining equilibrium through destined changes, because we are in a karmic year. So I'm not surprised the Wheel's coming out a lot, because, I mean, whenever we're facing life lessons, spiritual lessons, looking at the cold, hard facts, right? Having to look at other perspectives other than our own, because that's what the judge does, the justice, right? They look at all the facts and they make an evaluation, standing in their integrity. So this year, all of these themes apply for you. Standing in your integrity, going through these destined changes. There's some sort of fated aspects around you learning these lessons. But ultimately, if you want to stay in balance, pause. That's going to be your ticket here. And looking at other opposing perspectives. Now we have some hidden energy here that you've been dealing with this first season. We have the moon and the strength. So there's some things that may have been coming to light about a particular situation. We're going to go deeper, obviously. But this first season, you're learning something valuable about needing to be strong in a situation despite not knowing the outcome. So you're looking into the unknown and you're like, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be fearless. I'm going to try to keep my ego in control, keep it in check. And you could be just facing some circumstances where you have some hidden things going on. I'm not saying that there's secrets around you. I think that there's something that you're not sure what will happen in it. We're going to get to the bottom of that in a minute. All right, now let's go into the second season. Now we have the Sun and we have the Empress. I like that. This is she is pregnant with possibilities. She's sitting here talking to the orangutan. So some sort of evolution going on. You could be facing some shadowy aspects. You know, I've been facing a little bit of that with all the earth signs where someone could be operating around you from shadow and you're having to really dig deep and you're learning about it. You're learning about yourself a lot through these interactions I'm hearing. And you just want balance, right? It's like you're willing to be patient for the changes to come in. This second season, there's a lot of happiness coming in. You could be looking at nurturing a new project or an idea. There's a lot of growth happening in your life. You could be getting pregnant. A partner could be getting pregnant. You could be thinking about your family and really focusing on that this second season. But I see a lot of happiness this second season for you around family matters. So if you have some unknowns this first season, this Empress energy too is about you nurturing yourself and doing the things that make your self-happy. You know, this is all the sunflowers, and the four sunflowers represent all the different elements. So this is when we need more balance in our lives, and that brings up a lot more happiness. I have a sneeze that wants to come out. Excuse me. Two. All right. So that's a message right there. Whenever I haven't sneezed all morning. I've been reading all morning for the earth signs. So Virgo, there's something that you're being asked to release. It's not just you, but it's someone else has to release as well. It feels like past stuff, past baggage. Whenever I sneeze, especially twice, it's not just you, it's the other you're dealing with. So whoever it is, where you've had some unknowns and you needed to exercise strength of will to get through this time period that you've been in order to come back into balance, you got to let go too of the past. Whenever they guide me to sneeze, it's really letting go of the past. Okay? Because it's about new growth with this Empress here, especially as we go into, let's see, January, February, March. As we go into April, that's going to be really important for you to focus on the positive, all right? Some sort of balancing going on because we have the moon, this first half, going inward, being more quiet. There's something that you're thinking about this first season. Could be a big decision. I'm getting that. I'm just reading that off of this. My intuition's telling me you're having to look at a situation and making a decision, maybe a blind decision because you don't have all the facts, you don't have all the answers, and you're trying to get to the truth of something this year. With the justice here, it's like the truth will prevail. It's your inner truth too, and it's about our values and our integrity. So, let's see. You're being a little. I'm having a hard time getting a read on the feeling I'm getting. There's uncertainty. But they want you to face it. Some of you, this has to do with a commitment. As we have the Hierophant in this third season being highlighted. I feel like there's one more. I want to find out why the Hierophant's here. Yeah, Temperance. You are. I feel like some of you either, there's some sort of partnership you're dealing with. It could be anyone, but it's the person that's really close to you that you're learning a lot from. And it's how to balance out these energies and the strength needed in order to do so. And how do you nurture the connection with hopefulness despite some of the shadowy elements that tend to erupt in our partnerships. So some of you, you're co-creating with spirit too on a spiritual level. This third season, I think you're changing a little bit around your belief system here this year. Let's see. Magician, I like it. You're in a powerful period of manifestation the last 3 months of the year. Yeah. You're definitely aligning to wish fulfillment. I feel like if you've had and I'm going to be honest, Virgo, y'all had a rough 2024. Just dealing with an imbalanced situation. This year, I think it's going to be imperative for you to bring about more internal balance. I've been talking to all the earth signs about this, where really, if you don't nurture the relationship with yourself, your relationships will suffer outside of you. So there's just so much. It's like you're giving me very little to go on here, Virgo. And maybe it's because you're kind of just trying to take it day by day, which I like. Just one day at a time kind of thinking mentality. I do see that you're trying to stay as balanced as possible, especially in your commitments. There's just really lighter energy coming in the final season. But this first season, it's like you're contending with something and you're having to exercise some strength in order to get through it. Second season, I feel like the second and fourth seasons are really going to be like highs. But you're doubling down mid-year, especially around like, we got to balance this out, right? Equal give and take kind of energy here. I want to go deeper. Let's now look into the frequencies. What is the frequency for the year? The sacred geometry frequency, transformation. You're trying to transform a situation that has been stagnant, okay? Hangman is also like, it's just kind of like, it's sometimes when we are in a situation that's just, it's part of our comfort zone, but it's not growing. Okay, there's some changes coming in around growth because that's what the Empress is and the light does. It's growth. So you could be wanting growth within you and around you. So this year is a transformation year. We have the energy of transformation supports our ability to gracefully flow through times of transition, allowing the old to make room for the new. Yeah. You're going from one phase of life to another. Some of you are going from single to married, married to having children, empty nesters. Every year has its own highs and lows. But this year, it looks like you have something that is really changing for you. Something around whatever is changing, though, you're moving from a period of stagnancy into more balance. Very curious about this moon and strength. What is this? First season. It's like there's these shadowy elements that you're having to be confident, walking through by sheer will. No. Well, even the deck doesn't want to tell me. Cosmic flower. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Miracle. There's some sort of hidden miracle coming in this first season through having soul time. This is, all the earth signs are really being called at the beginning of the year to set a precedent of putting your needs first. And it'll change the entire year. At the heart of this year, this is about you transforming you and transforming things outside of you. You're leaning into your own cosmic consciousness, going deep within. You could be facing your own shadow, which is all your fears, right? That sometimes govern and dictate our lives without us knowing. And then you're like, that's it. I'm going to take a look at this stuff. This is a karmic year where we're looking at our collective wounding and our individual wounding and what needs to shift so we can actually vibe from a more balanced place. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Yeah, you're trying to bring out more of your soul self in your creativity, in your connections, in your life in general. And the frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source and therefore our belief that anything is possible. There's going to be something shifting this first season I don't think you see coming. I think you're pulling away from somebody and you're wanting to get more grounded and integrated in yourself. And it's going to bring you a lot of strength. It's like you're like basically saying, I need time for myself right now. And it's uncharacteristic of you, Virgo. It's all about you coming into balance within yourself and taking the time out needed to do so. Because you've got some big changes coming in. Some of you even are getting, it's a miracle to even be having a family and what that requires. Something around, children, having a family, because both of these indicate children, nurturing children, changes in the family. I'm getting there's big changes in your family this year. And you got to make sure you have time for yourself because there's going to be a lot you're managing. Interesting. There's a new reality emerging here for you, Virgo. What are you nurturing here in the second season? We have the Empress and the Sun. Like I said, there's a lot of, now we have discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. That's why this justice is here. Okay, there's something you're discerning around a female, or you are the female in this Empress energy. Healing, yeah. There's some sort of divine feminine healing going on, either in yourself or in a connection where things are softening. You're seeing, it's almost like your roles are shifting, and it's shifting the energy, and you're in a new chapter with someone. It feels like you've got someone with you. I don't even see them here, though. I just see a commitment and you trying to stay in balance. Interesting. And if you're not in a commitment, we'll say a committed partnership, you are deeply committed to deepening in your soul qualities and nurturing them and birthing something in the world. You could be creating something pretty powerful, and you're doing a lot of healing work behind the scenes to step into this radiance. Like whenever I see the Empress, it's like you're growing something, whether for, literally a child, or you're birthing a new project. You're birthing something new in your life. And there's a lot of healing supporting this. Again, this is about balance. All the earth signs are getting this, that it's a deeply transformative year. It's a year of culmination, but you need time alone to integrate the energies, to cope with all the changes, because you're on the wheel. There's going to be, life is full of change. How can you stay in balance through the changes? Will you give yourself the time to adjust, to recalibrate to the changes or not? It's a deeply transformative year. It's about being patient too when it comes to your commitments and shifting the energy. Time. The energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. So be present, okay? That's going to be your key. And I feel all of us are getting that. And then surrender and curiosity. Yeah. I feel like each season's going to have like a year in each season for you. That's how big each season is for you this year. I haven't said that to anyone yet. Each season for you is like a year in itself. First season, it seems like it's going to be all about you having time on your own, nurturing your creativity, kind of going into like, just what's Virgo up to? I don't know. They're working on something. And then second season, wow, is that what they've been working on? Whoa, that's big. And then you're going to have a lot of eyes on you, a lot of light on you. And then this third season, it's like you're going to be deepening into your state of presence. Some of you are stepping into the role of a teacher and co-creating, because both of these have a teacher aspect to it. The Hierophant and the Temperance are spiritual teachers. So you could be mentoring. I'm getting that a lot of you are taking on roles in your work where you're mentoring. You're either mentoring children, you're mentoring other employees, and you're helping them with their skill sets and abilities. Surrender and curiosity with the Star and the Magician. The energy of surrender supports us to let go of control and yield to the flow of love and life. Yeah. Star. And curiosity. The frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. Yeah. I'm telling you, all earth signs are going through deep soul growth this year. But what that requires is to balance out this femininity that a lot of people need in the world right now. It's also like the rise of the divine feminine in 2025. I'm seeing it in the earth. It makes sense because the earth is evolving and she's showing us that it's time to nurture ourselves in new and delightful ways and to nurture her. Some of you are guardians of the earth and you're teaching people how to live more peacefully and more simply on the earth. Wow, you're going to have a big year of transformation here. Let's now clarify. Let's clarify the Justice and the Hangman and the Wheel and transformation for your year ahead. Let's see what comes out. The Fool. Sideways. It's like you're trying not to be jaded. I feel like there's like a need for you to just approach life through a feeling of innocence and lightness. Come what may. Yeah, because you've been having some sort of power struggle. There's some sort of power struggle, and I've been feeling this for a while with someone that you're with, but you're learning and growing and evolving alongside them. Virgo. Yeah, you've been facing a lot of hurt. I see you going through a new beginning where you're opening up and you are lightening up the energy after some sort of power struggle. Again, this could be internal conflict and the changes required, right? Looking at other people's perspectives. You could have had a family dispute that you like is ongoing, beef with family or beef as coworkers, because this is often not just your own internal conflict, but it's brought on by opposing forces outside of you. I mean, there's always going to be stuff putting pressure on us, right? It's up to us to clear that energy out, not hang on to the triggers and the wounding and being governed by that, coming back into balance and lightening up the energy and beginning anew. I feel like you have the opportunity to take what comes this year instead of from a place of heaviness and woundedness, instead in, it's like, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't let other people's incongruence or disruptive disharmony energy bother you. Basically, watch out for your triggers, because if you are constantly getting triggered or have people in your life that trigger you, it's up to you to resolve the things inside of you. You can avoid it, right? All you can, but you're still going to have people in situations that come in that actually hit you in certain ways. And I think that you've been clearing that up. But you've been upset about some sort of situation going on in your family or a work environment. And I think that you're starting in some endeavor in a new energy at the beginning of the year. It feels new what you're starting this year out with. Like, I don't want to be in turmoil in my heart. It's time for me to drop it and start over. Whether that means you are ending something at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year, or beginning a new energy and saying, we got to work this out. I can't determine for all of you whether you're ending a relationship or not, but I am seeing elements of you getting over something that's hurt you so you can start over in a new beginning. Whether that person comes with you or not, there is transformation at hand this year. I'm hearing something's got to change. All right. Now the moon in strength with miracle, soul time, and cosmic flower. 9 of Swords. Interesting. Taurus had this in the same position. All right. You will, yeah. Some of you have work stress, okay? Because this is around, well, no, this is, you had the King of Cups behind it, okay? Again, you've been under some nervous system dysregulation for a while, Virgo. I've been feeling it for a while for you. And you reach a breaking point, okay? That's 9 of Swords. So this first season, what I said, you got to like go deep and like be strong right now because of what's unknown. And I think what you're trying to do is come back into balance and move forward and be confident. Whatever's going on in your life, it's robbing you of your willpower and your confidence. It's taking its toll on your heart, whatever it is. But I see you overcoming something. We have a lot of masculine energy. In fact, it's like you're digging deep into your divine feminine energy, softening and being honest with yourself this first season because something has really gotten you stressed. You need time to move forward, right? You have powerful movement forward and you're bringing a full heart with you, okay? There's something going on with you, Virgo, that I can't quite place. I don't know why you've been going through so much prolonged stress, but it's time to rise above it and it's up to you to take a look at what you're dragging with you. If it's not aligned with you, you have to do what it takes to overcome it. Because if you continue to sit in any kind of mental turmoil, it's not healthy for you. So I see that you're stressed about your success. You could have had some hiccups around something unfolding in your career or in love, and you're trying to move past it this first season. I see you doing it. I see you doing it. Let's see. Let's keep going. Yeah. This is about, and you know, the biggest thing I found for you, Virgo, this year is in communication breakdowns with someone. Feeling misunderstood. Feeling like they're not hearing you. 5 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Cups. I feel like you're still working on a partnership that's been out of balance. Okay. And the changes that you need to make in order to bring in new relationship energy, whatever partnership this is. This could be a work partnership, a boss figure, or it could be a love situation. You have a lot of emotional investment in this. You want to continue, press on, right? But it's like choosing to be in something that causes you just as much joy and just as much stress. It is a very fine line you walk when you commit to that. So what can you do to release the pressure, right? This is coming out of conflict and coming out of any illusion and clearing up some misunderstandings and bringing out more illumination and light into the situation. Discernment and healing is needed this second season. There's some sort of beef with a group, a family, a coworker situation, or a partner, a romantic partner. And Spirit is looking at you and saying, how long are you going to keep up this turmoil? It's like, I feel like this, you're moving forward this first season and you're coming to, I heard resolution, a resolution the second season, because you're coming out of a stalemate. And there's decisions that need to be made and communicated around. It's almost, some of you could be fighting over the children, fighting over how they're being raised. and this power struggle, right? Over you finding like some sort of compromise. Seven of Cups is our emotional investment in something. And like I said, there is stress, but there's also joy. So this is about how can you clearly communicate from a less aggressive place. And that's what you're learning this second season. Because when we come at people from a defensive place, from our wounding, it causes more friction. So I feel like things are settling. Whatever dust storms have been kicked up coming into this year, especially this first season, because you're reaching a height of stress. And see what it's saying, you need a timeout. There will be a miraculous change in this, but you got to look at what you're not looking at. And it's going to take some strength to do so. And then you're going to be looking at this and going, I don't want to fight against this opposing force in my life, whoever, whatever situation you're in. And you're going to be getting answers from the universe. Eight of Wands. It's just about going deeply within so you can clearly see the path ahead and what's going to make you happy and what you truly want to nurture. So choices need to be made because there's going to be different options here. But do not come from your wounding. This is about a bond. I'm getting it. This is someone you've been dealing with. Some of you, this is a marriage. And things that come up naturally in a marriage and the disputes. It's like keeping score and holding grudges and grievances. And I feel like you're getting that hangman again. And it's a matter of pausing and reflecting and balancing yourself out. Giving yourself the time you need. Yeah, it's hard. 10 of Wands. I'm telling you, you're trying to clear up. I don't know if you have someone around you that's secretive, that has kept secrets, or what is going on, Virgo. We have the moon again here and 10 of Wands and you needing to see something you're not seeing. I'm a little frustrated because you've been carrying this energy for a year and you've got an opportunity to start anew this year and to really look at the things that you don't want to look at in a commitment. And the toll it's taking on you. I know it's hard to stay in balance, especially when you're dealing with the unknown. It's almost like when you operate from a fear of losing something, you're already in the energy of losing it the whole time. So you need to get clear about this. What is it that you're holding on to here? Because you have the opportunity to really lighten up these energies and to find balance within you. You're letting someone else's vibration really mess with you. It's like being with somebody who's really moody and never knowing quite what to expect. Why am I getting that? I just hit the mic. I'm sorry, but there's a frustration coming off of you. And this is about having healthy boundaries and feeling abandoned in a long-term connection. 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Something's on repeat here, and you're facing this truth. This is a karmic year, Virgo, where it's almost like all the baggage is like being dumped right in front of your face, and you're like, I can't ignore this anymore. So it's time to unpack it. I think you started out the beginning of this year actually saying things and doing things that whoever you're dealing with is like, oh, really? Is this how it's going to be? But this is about not stressing over it and moving through it with your heart open and really getting the answers and moving forward, but not coming from a place of strife. At every turn, I see you trying to, you're overcompensating and overfunctioning and overgiving in something, Virgo. And it's up to you. I don't see you leaving it. I see you needing to adjust and modulate your energy, though, because you are allowing yourself to get depleted. Yeah, there it is. Emotional sovereignty, emancipation, standing in your own energy. I think that you have some sort of codependency. You have been for a while. It started out that way. You're trying to go from codependent to independent here in a situation. For some of you, this isn't even a partner. It's your children constantly coming at you, causing stress, right? You having to fix, clean up the mess. Yeah. You're looking at how it's wounding you. You're taking a deep, hard look at your wounds this year. You're coming at it. Yeah. Tower in reverse. Yeah. This is a calm. This is a year. I think you're dropping so much baggage this year. You're like, oh, to hell with this. There's some big changes. This is when you deal with a situation for so long in a codependent pattern, and then you reach your breaking point and you said, I've had enough. I'm not giving to this anymore in the same way. You can make your lunch in the morning. Thank you very much. You can make the dinner. You need to contribute more. I feel like you're standing up for yourself, like you're doing everything for somebody. And it's not even just like a caretaker here. This is you over functioning. You're wrapping up a cycle where this is about your healing journey, okay? Healing journey. The star, double healing here around coming at 2 9s. We have the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles with the Tower in reverse. It's like what needs to be addressed that is unstable in your life, that you keep repeating. Tower in reverse is repeating cycles, repeating energies, and this activation happening. You need to surrender to your curiosity here around your healing and how you're manifesting energies and how you're over-functioning in something. You're going to be letting go of a lot of baggage and rebirthing yourself the final 3 seasons. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a matter of you wrapping up the cycle and saying no more than you say yes. No is a complete sentence, Virgo. You would have to do everything for everyone in your life. Spirit's being fierce with you because you're getting exhausted. I see you're going to reach a breaking point by the summer around this dynamic. And then it's going to lessen, all right? Because you're going from the 10 of Wands to the 9, all right? But this is about you staying independent, regardless of people's dramas around you. You have a tendency to go in and want to like rescue people and take on their stress. You know, meddling in, you know, any kind of disharmony or disruption. And taking on, I feel like you're taking on the weight of the world of others. And you can't do that. Virgo, you got to let other people deal with their own stuff. I don't know. I'm getting fierce with you guys because there's this energy of like, I don't want 2025 to be a repeat of 2024 for you. We have the devil on the bottom here. Strength. This was, I didn't shuffle. But you could have Taurus placements or Taurus energy because that was their advice. It's like, I feel like earth signs are being called out. What are you over giving to? What are you over functioning in? Where is there more balance? What truth aren't you seeing? How much nervous system dysregulation can you take? How much are you taking on that isn't yours? Around your family and the way you invest in it. It's time for more balance. Let's get some advice. 5 of Swords. This is friction, conflict. We do have the 8 of Swords, feeling trapped and stuck. And it's time to walk away from seeing your partner or situation as the enemy. I know you're overgiving, but when you pull back and you start nurturing yourself and you stop trying to get that from them, it's like if I can just make them okay, then I'll be okay. No, you be okay. And you let everyone else worry about themselves. Okay? This is you saying, I'm tired of fighting. I'm literally tired of fighting myself because everything that you encounter outside of you is a reflection of what's going on within you. There's some sort of battle you have with yourself of overgiving and overfunctioning, and you think that by doing so, then you're worthy of love. It's not true. And I'm channeling right now, y'all. Please don't pick on me. Spirit's trying to get through to you. You deserve balanced love. You deserve harmony. It's time to walk away from anything that you are participating in that is creating an ongoing level of uncomfortable friction, strife, conflict around a union, because there is happiness underneath it all. So this is you making a profound shift to transform you. So you quit overfunctioning and taking on other people's stuff. Namely, your partner. This is when a partner starts getting lazy in a dynamic and you start doing more and more and more of the work to keep it together because it's got to function, right? No, then you have all the fighting because then resentment builds and it can be very passive aggressive the way it comes out, but inside you're seething and you're like, again, here we go again. So this is about letting it all go and coming from a fresher perspective, but you got to start giving yourself that time. where you're not in your head all the time, ruminating. This is like when we go, I've had some of my hardest years contending with energies that refuse to grow and heal and learn and operate from a honest, self-reflective, autonomous, healed, whole place. But if someone keeps showing up like that, it's not up to you to do the work for them, Virgo. Okay? It will exhaust you. Let's get an angel guide. I see a lot of happiness coming in, but you got to walk away from all the friction. And what that means is you got to forgive. You got to forgive yourself and them. And then you're going places and get the help you need. I feel like you're going through like Trigger City here with somebody. We have 9s everywhere. And you trying to be strong. Okay? So, you come into balance with you. And don't worry about everybody else. Ooh, we got another guardian. Okay, your earth signs are getting guardians. We have Magic Guardian, unlocking the magic within. Unlocking the magic within. Let's see. We have Magic Guardian. Stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. That's what I think. I think you need to shift. And I'm telling you, this is so, I know this because I've been in these kind of karmic patterns with my romantic history. And what you learn is if you seek validation for your worth, it will screw you up every time because your validation needs to come from within you. Stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic with a K is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. The Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She's the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She's the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. A lot of you, as it comes to, because there was so much around partnership here in the cards, because of the union here, I'm trying to advise you on stepping away from fighting with somebody and focusing on the positive. Seeing the best in others will change this connection. Also, there's a lot of stress around you and your own success. I will say this, that when it comes to a troublesome partnership, it does affect our careers negatively because we're dealing with wounding at home, getting triggered, which makes us feel less than, abandoned, and not good enough, right? What wounds are perpetuating within you? What is on repeat? This is a 9-year where it's time to really look at it and transform it and change it. But you have this ability, right, to create the magic within you, but you got to recognize that you are magic. Once you recognize that within you, it changes everything. So Virgo, this is going to be a year of your transformation out of heartache and coming into balance, okay? Especially around a divine union, a love partner, okay? And all of the power struggles that you've been contending with this person and fighting, okay? It's time to come into balance, sweethearts, all right? I say all this with love, but I will say that I see you shifting this energy, but it's taken quite a bit of patience. You've been highly tolerant of a willful person around you. Pay more attention to your vibe, not theirs, okay? All right, I'm sending love. Take care.